Hi, I'm using right now dot 3 or 4 Keystone brake fluid. So I get 2 bottles of these, and then I have this brake bleeding kit. So this kit includes all the tools we need for bleeding, and the brake fluid. I make sure you use the new one. So let's see how it's gonna go, and we're gonna do it quickly. Yeah, first thing we're gonna remove the wheel, and we want to make sure we do the passenger side rear far away one the first. So every time I bleed, I do the rear passenger side, which is the far away from the driver's side. So rear passenger side wheel we're gonna remove first, and then I will show you the procedure. So let's start removing the wheel. We're gonna open these studs first. All right, so let's do it. So then we're gonna put the jack under, and let's jack up. Okay, and let's remove the wheel. In this one, we want to make sure the fluid we're going to use in it, the brake fluid, dot 3 or 4. So it says right here, use the dot 3 or 4. So let's empty this one first. So one thing I want to tell you, there's like this cap is on the oil. We're going to take this one out first before taking out this old fluid. So as soon as we remove the wheel, we're gonna find out this cap over here. So this one is the bleeder screw. We have to open it, but before that one, we're gonna place the kit.
Disconnected from the rest, I wear the badge upon my chest, cause I'm that special field agent. Real top secret, astronomers legions. Leaning to the left with the laser pens and the X-ray specs, and my shirt fresh pressed, cause I'm the best there is. 706 in shape-shifting colorless. The ancient monolith that fought in every war that God forbids. The gatekeeping deep sleeper cell that keeps myself to myself, self-trained.
So now let's bring this kit. So all we have to make sure that, let's put this on here. If the size is different, they gave us these little connectors. You can use the connector to make sure it goes in there. You have 2 connectors, so whichever fits best. Okay, for me this one fits better. I'm gonna put the other side here. Okay, and before we use this one, we have to put up to here the new fluid to make sure we're not gonna have any air bubbles. So I put like up to this much. So when we're gonna bleed, we will press the brake. So we want to make sure there are no air bubbles inside the system. So that's why we need to do this procedure. Let's put this one here.
We are the unknown unknowns, cell structure standard, objective unknowable, unthinkable, and underhand, a bit like the anti-bases, but without compass and aprons. They work within the boundaries and metaphors compounded. Nobody knows who planet traveling underground or the alien
That one is better.
identity. Hiding in plain sight, you never saw the entirety, this entity, imperial. Try to trace through the mechanics, findings, file marks for serials. You can scream, but I can't hear you, leaving only digital misprints for footprints with the intent, distraction factors, causing incidents of false captures. My grandfather's father founded secret societies, and now I infiltrate secrets using PSI tricks and quantum mechanics. So through the gas in the nucleus, the partial observer performing deconstructive surgery using society's perversions and wear a fake face. Under my true
So number
face,
8. So I'm using number 8.
finding finger holes in the landscape of your psychology simple. I sit in coffee shops with my associates surrounded by architecture. We left illumination a long time ago in favor for articulated endings. Retrace our steps back to an origin and scar of grace. Stone radio transmissions frequently sending life messages to dead drops. Cool faces on hard stops. Ideas, immobility, engage, interlock, dead shot. Straight to the heart of the antimatter surely. Invisible university through the anonymous observatory.
I put something down there, so make sure there's not gonna be any mess there. Okay, so this one looks pretty good. Okay, so it was pretty easy to open. So I think it should be fine here.
Nobody knows who planet traveling underground or the aliens identity. Hiding in plain sight, you never saw the entirety of this entity. Imperial. Try to trace through the mechanics, finding file marks for serials. You can scream, but I can't hear you, leaving only digital misprints for footprints with the intent. Distraction.
So as soon as I open it, there are the bubbles inside. If you can see the closer. And let's go press the pedal. We'll make sure if we press all the way down, 1, slowly. So we're gonna do slowly, 2. So press the brake as much slowly as possible, and then push all the way down. So I press the pedal like 3 times. So when I inspect over here, I cannot see that many anymore bubble. Like maybe tiny bubble is coming. And let's press one time more maybe. So when I see no more bubble here, usually when I'm inspecting it, there are no more bubbles here. So this is the time when I see no more bubbles in the system. I can go ahead and tighten it up. Let's go ahead and tighten it up. Okay. So So number 8, I use the number 8, and this one we can empty it. You can see the fluid is full. So that's it. We're gonna what we're gonna do, we will do the same thing with the other side, and we repeat the same way. So this was it. Looks tight, and let's put this one, this little birdie back. Make sure you're gonna, and for safety, we make sure one more time it's tight, well tight. And the same time we can inspect the brakes as well. The brake looks good, and we can check anything else. If there's anything wrong, we can figure out. So as you saw, this one already I put it up to here, and I left a little bit down because we're gonna use the other side, so we don't have to waste any fluid. So let's put the wheel back up.
We are the unknown unknowns, cell structure standard.
So I always tied up two opposite sides. By this way, the tie sits very well.
We work within the boundaries of metaphors compounded. Nobody knows who planet traveling underground of the alien identity. Hiding in plain sight, universal, the entirety, this entity, imperial. Try to trace through the mechanics, finding file marks for serials. You can scream, but I can't hear you, leaving only digital misprints for footprints with the intent, distraction factors.
Okay, we're just gonna do hand tightening, and then we will tighten the nuts later on when we take off the wheel. We take off the jack. So let's remove the jack.
Face for you, finding finger holes in the landscape of your psychology simple. I sit in coffee shops with my associates surrounded by architecture. We left illumination a long time ago in favor for articulated endings. Retraced our steps back to an origin and scar of grace. Stone radio transmissions frequently sending life messages to dead drops. Cool faints on hard stops. Ideas and mobility. Engage. Interlock. Dead shot. Straight to the heart of the antimatter surely. Invisible university through to the anonymous observatory.
So that's how you bleed the brake and change the fluid and put the wheel up. So that's the way it works. I hope it helps, and I'm gonna do the other side the same way. So one thing we want to make sure, so we lose a little bit. I'll go ahead and add up more.
Heart in the doorway, ain't our crying at the table, seared our soul with a symbol. We make the world tremble. Left our heart in the doorway, ain't our crying at the table, seared our soul with a symbol. We make the world tremble.
Discombobulated head is disconnected from the rest. I wear the badge upon my chest, cause I'm that special field agent. Real top secret, astronomers' deepest legions. Leaning to the left with the laser pens and the X-ray specs. And my shirt fresh pressed, cause I'm the best there is. 706 in shape-shifting colobus. The ancient monolith that fought in every war that God forbids. The gatekeeping deep sleeper cell that keeps myself to myself.
So the most part is removing the wheel. Takes a little while. Okay, so the rest we're gonna do the same thing. We found it right here. Let me see if we have. So this is right there. Just move this pretty fast. This rubber, and then I'm gonna put this one here, and let's bring the ball. So once again, we're gonna do the same thing. You put so I put the part down. We want to make sure there's no mess. Just put it up. It's very easy to open in just one click. And one, and I do two. So this way. Alright, so there was a huge bubble in there. So let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna go inside the car and pedal. We'll make sure we press all the way down. One, slowly. So we're gonna do slowly. Two. So press the brake as much slowly as possible, and then push all the way down. So we did it 3 times, and let's go. Ooh, nice. There are no more bubbles, so I cannot see any visible bubbles here. Let me put this one. So as you can see, no bubble. So if there are no bubbles, you can go ahead, close this one. And the same procedure, you take out there. So I want to make sure I let it go up to this point. So let's put this rubber back up. So it's covered, make sure. Let's check the brake pad looks okay. All right, so that's what is it. So let's put the wheel back up. And before putting the wheel up, I want to make sure I check again the level of oil is pretty low right now. So I will go ahead and add up more, because master cylinder, you want to make sure master cylinder is not empty. If the master cylinder gets empty, there's a big problem. You're gonna have to do the whole thing. It's a different procedure. So let's do it. We have to make sure you put it the right way. So here's the thing. So it's going low. I don't want to take a risk. I will fill it up again with the dot 3. So let's do it. So this cover glass, the aluminum, I make sure I take it out, because sometimes it will leave it up. I will wash it good, I'll clean it good. So I'm gonna put it right now in there again. Let's put it on the side for now. And put the lid on it and tight it because we don't want to be flash around all the liquid. So the 4-wheel procedure is the same. I put it up here and took off the air. And that's what we're gonna do. I'll make sure. So what I will do, I will come back here and I will make sure everything is nice and tight. And that's it. Just gonna put the wheel up and good to go. Everything looks good. So here is the things. This one is done. And once we're done, we're gonna put the wheel back up. So it's done. We're gonna turn it up. Make sure I put extra pressure.